I put that on there. All right, hello, 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me? 1, 2, 3. Grace, it's Jeremy, not Bill tonight. It's his birthday, so he's off and I'm here. Jordan said sound is overrated. All right, I'm told we have some sound, so let's go back to this. Hello, everyone, and hello, Grace. Jordan, sound is overrated. I don't want to hear myself talk either, just kidding. Well, I don't want to hear myself. Hey, David, let's tell your joke here. I like this. Last year on the time change, going back an hour, I took a flight from San Antonio to Houston. We left at 1 a.m. and arrived at 2 a.m., then moved the clocks back an hour, so I took off and arrived at the same time, 1 a.m. That would work, wouldn't it? Of course, you'd be stuck in at gates forever, so maybe it would take longer than that. I like that. Yeah, we got it. There we go. And hello, Axel. I love your picture on Facebook, Axel. Hello, Axel. Wait. I said hello, then you said hello. Lots of hellos. Yeah, happy birthday, Bill. I would sing to him right now, but he can't hear me, and I don't know how that would sound. All right. It is dark out there for Bill's birthday. Calaveras Lake, San Antonio Airport, Skycam, Morgan's Wonderland. Everyone's saying happy birthday to Bill. I should take screen grabs and send it to him. All right, pollen. If you like pollen for your birthday, mold is on the moderate side. 520, ragweed is 10, light. And the aquifer, again, dropped. Shocker. It's down about 1/3 of a foot to 624.2. 10-day average at 625. So we're close to 40 feet below average. Not good. 30 feet's crazy. 40 feet, Hey, Grace, worried about severe weather? Yeah, I'll get to that in a bit. I wouldn't be too worried. Yeah, it's something to be concerned about a bit if you have Friday night plans. Next graphic. All right. We'll get to our stuff in a bit. First, we'll go to the tropics. You see that mess of stuff just south of Hispaniola, and then that's Haiti, directly south of Haiti and near Jamaica. That is Tropical Storm Melissa. And it's kind of stationary right now, not very well organized, but the models and the Hurricane Center do believe it is going to get better organized. And we'll show you the track of it. It's not much of a track. Usually you see it kind of curving one way or another. This one just doesn't move much. The models are kind of not sure where it's going to go for the next couple of days, really few days. It's going to kind of meander just south and east of Jamaica. And the models do take it up to category 3 or 4 strength. So major hurricane just south of Jamaica. So that means a lot of rain for the Dominican Republic, a lot of rain for Jamaica, a lot of wind. And usually when hurricanes don't move a whole lot, it draws up the colder water from below, upwelling, and it weakens the storm because it needs the warm water. Well, this one, the water is so warm, so far deep down in the Caribbean because there just hasn't been a lot of activity this summer. There's just so much warm water for it to feed on. That's why it's going to stay so strong, as long as the models verify. Beyond that, 5 to 7 days, it has it curving to the north, eventually northeast, and back out to the Atlantic. Of course, with several days meandering, things can change. Right now, no models take it west, but we'll keep our eyes on it because there's a lot of warm water just off to the west of that, too. And hello, Marcy Mahoney. I grew up with a girl named Stacy Mahoney near me in Philadelphia. Any relation, Stacy Mahoney? I think her last name is Lighty now, I think. All right, back to the severe weather. Grace, here you go. We have a weather impact alert for Friday night and early Saturday morning for strong to severe storms. Strong to severe storms. Sounds like very severe. Just one severe. They could produce up to 1 to 2 inches of rainfall, large hail, small chance for weak isolated tornadoes. So that's what we've got going on weather impact-wise. And the Storm Prediction Center says from just northwest of downtown San Antonio, so northwest Bexar County, westward and north, including all of the hill country, this is for tomorrow night into Saturday morning, a slight risk for severe storms. That's level 2 out of 5. Everyone else in the green, including San Antonio, are southern counties and a marginal risk for severe storms. So the best chance for severe storms, north and west of San Antonio. All right, wonder how many Mahoneys there are. All right. Okay, so back to the weather. 83 at the Stinson Airport, 82 San Antonio, partly cloudy skies, southeast winds at 11, so a little bit of a breeze. And the dew point shows us how much moisture is in the air. That was in the 60s earlier today. It's dropped a little bit. I'm expecting that to pick up, though. So as the temperature of the dew point rises, that tells us the air is getting juiced up for the storms. And the humidity up there, 45%, so not very high right now. Oh, got another one from David. With the rise of self-driving vehicles, it's only a matter of time before we get a country song where a guy's truck leaves him too. So true. You guys country music fans? What about Bad Bunny? A lot going on with Bad Bunny right now. Okay, so here are the temperatures. We'll stay away from that now. 82 San Antonio, 74 Kerrville, 73 Rock Springs, 83 in Del Rio, Carrizo Springs, Eagle Pass, both 79, 78 George West, 81 Seguin, 82 New Braunfels, and 80 in San Marcos. So it's a warm evening. Temperatures right now are about where they should be for our highs. Tells us how warm we've been. Here's the radar. You can see in the first few frames of the radar, so before 8 o'clock, you saw some more showers and isolated thunder very far to the north and east of our counties, east of Austin. That's where most of the moisture is now. That's moving out, though. Now that the sun is set, there's no atmospheric heat to trigger those storms. Water vapor is how we pick out. You can see where the moisture is, where the storms are, and you see that spin moving out of Nevada into western Utah towards the center of the Four Corners. And that's an upper level area of low pressure. Out ahead of it is where the moist air is. That's going to swing in our direction. That'll be the trigger we need to hook up with the moisture and give us the rain. Let's see, Adrian, Bad Bunny going to rock the Super Bowl. You know, I didn't know who Bad Bunny was until right before Bad Bunny came here. Now I know everything about Bad Bunny. Not everything about Bad Bunny, but more.
Bad Bunny is going to rock the Super Bowl.
You think you like Bad Bunny?
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know much about Bad Bunny's music, but I kind of like Bad Bunny's music.
I didn't know much about him until I started dating Alyssa.
Oh, so she's a Bad Bunny fan?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But he's got some bangers.
All right, bangers for the Super Bowl. You heard it here. All right, here is the drought report. Bad Bunny or not, it's there. Bet the bunnies want some rain, that's for sure. Okay, enough rabbits. So we've got still the exceptional area of drought condition in just south of Hondo and Atascosa County too. Outside of that extreme, outside of that severe, that was mid-September. Now, only about a month later, take a look at this. Go. There we are. See that extreme area? Grew very quickly all the way up to Austin, so most of the I-35 corridor between San Antonio and Austin, counties east of Bexar County, showing us the drought is expanding again. We're going to get some rain tomorrow night, but it's not going to do a whole lot to this. What we need is a 1 to 2 inch rainfall, and immediately after that, another 1 to 2 inches, because the first one, the rainfall runs off. It doesn't sink into the ground because the ground's been so dry, it can't get down. It moistens it, that's it. The next batch of rain would really sink in and help the drought. Not going to happen with this. I just don't see it happening. All right, here is the futurecast. This is the graph model. Reminds me of Steffi Graf. I think she spelled her name like that too. Here's 7 a.m. The stamp in the upper right shows you the time in the day. Tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Mostly cloudy. We should be dry. Can't rule out a couple areas of stray sprinkles or even some mist in the hill country toward the coastal plain. Most of us dry to start the day. The rest of the day, we see the mostly cloudy skies. I'll call it a mixture of sun and clouds tomorrow. Lean on the optimistic side with a little more sunshine. Temperatures tomorrow well into the 80s. Then we head to tomorrow night. That's when the activity moves in. You saw the storms move in really fast. Hill country, looks like the storms likely arrived around 9, 10 o'clock, I would say. So here we are at 10, well into the hill country. And where you have the rain, clearly the cooler temperatures are here. So let's see, Monica, how early will it be tomorrow? Do we have time to go to Six Flags? Yes, I think it's not going to happen. I think it's tomorrow night. There could be a stray shower during the day in the afternoon, I'm thinking, but very, very isolated, so I wouldn't worry about that. Tomorrow night is it. So try to get out of there by the early evening if you do go tomorrow. I know someone that would want to go, always wants to go to the lazy river. I don't want to go to Six Flags all day just to go to the lazy river. We have a pool. Let's go to the pool or the bathtub. All right. And then as we head into the rest of the overnight, here's midnight. I'm thinking it arrives around San Antonio between 11 and midnight. We'll say the hill country, 9 to 11, San Antonio, 11 to midnight. Our eastern counties, 1 to 3. Yeah, 1 to 3, midnight to 2, after midnight. You see that next batch rolling through San Antonio. Behind the initial round, there will be moisture left over. As the original upper low pushes through beyond the first storms, it could trigger some more rain, likely not severe because the atmosphere would be more stabilized than when the first ones went through. The prime time is 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. area-wide. Once we get beyond 3 a.m., I think most of it clears out. Here's Saturday morning at 7 a.m. This model showing most of it's cut off. Winds switch around back to the south again. The winds are still out of the south, so that could bring in more moisture with the cooler air. It'll go around Bandera. We have some sort of force field around us. Medina Lake is still at like 4%. Yeah, so crazy low. I live downtown. It always seems to go around downtown too, but Medina, gosh, that lake needs some more rain. I wish there was a way to send it all down there. But yeah, you're right, Charles. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. And then we go through the rest of Saturday, and you can see most of the activities in the very far eastern counties and near the coastal plain. Still a marginal risk of severe storms there in the day, but I'm thinking most of us should clear out. We'll keep our eyes on it though. So most of us should see sunshine by the end of the day and cooler temperatures. And then Sunday is looking great. Sunday morning, a little breezy in the morning, 7 a.m. temperatures in the 50s, could even have a few upper 40s in the northern hill country. I'm thinking most 50s, everyone else 50s and 60s. All right, so how much rain could we get? Future rainfall, this model's showing, well, that's not as much. Well, this is through Saturday at 1 a.m. You know what? I wish I could stop this and move that ahead. After this 14-day, I'm going to go back to this because we're going to get more than that. So for tonight, mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies, a little humid here and there, 78 degrees, dropping through the 70s. Southeast winds 5 to 15. John has a nickname for Bill Taylor. It's Big Bill the man who does the forecasting. Big Bill the man who does the forecasting. I like it. We had a meeting earlier, and his name on Twitter, now it's X, was Barometer Bill, but he changed it to Bill Taylor Ken's 5. Barometer Bill and Big Bill the man who does the forecasting. I like it. Tomorrow's forecast, here you go. Mostly cloudy to start, 71. Mostly cloudy to partly cloudy throughout the day. A mix of sunny and clouds, not as hot, 83 by noon. Stray shower in the afternoon, a high of 88. Here's the 14-day. You'll see the red over late Friday and early Saturday. That's the weather impact alert for the possibility of severe storms with large hail, damaging wind, very tiny chance of an isolated weak tornado. 70% chance of rain tomorrow night into Saturday morning. High of 88 tomorrow. 84 Saturday behind the system. Winds becoming breezy, 10 to 20 miles an hour. Sunday is great, mostly sunny, 87 degrees for a high. Monday not bad, 88. Tuesday, 85. A cold front comes through, not a lot of moisture, high of 85. Drops us to the upper 70s for highs next Wednesday, 78 and sunny. Thursday, gorgeous, mostly sunny, 81. Halloween, mostly sunny and 83. Trick-or-treaters, you'll be in the 70s. So make sure to, I guess not bundle up if you're in the 70s, it's just perfect. Sunday, 85 and mostly sunny. The rest of the forecast, mostly sunny to partly cloudy, highs in the low 80s. I remember once when I trick-or-treated when I was a kid, it was rainy, you had to carry your pumpkin with candy, an umbrella, your costume, that was a pain. So let me go back to that rainfall map and just show you again. How much could we get? Let's move the time out a little. There we go. So that's what we're looking at. Could see, again, an inch or two in spots. Let me move this. You can't see this. I'm shutting windows down. There we go. All right. So you can see San Antonio coming up with 1.16 inches. These totals are not exactly what we're going to get. This is what the model shows based on what it's seeing right now. I would say generally 1 to 2 inches from Bexar County northward. South of Bexar County, half of an inch to an inch or so. That's what we're getting. All right, that's your forecast. A lot of info. I'll have more tonight on Ken's 5 News at 10. East and Henry will have your news. And Vinny is in for sports. So we hope to see you then. If not, I'll be back for Bill tomorrow and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday too. All right, you guys have a good night and happy birthday to Bill. Bye-bye.